Hi guys, I'm doing a video and it's a new type of video and I'm trying something new with it and it's going to be new and fresh and unique. Basically, I'm going to be talking about something in the and with Rocket League footage in the background that I played because I like Rocket League and I'm going to play it. I already played the game though, so I'm just going to be watching it while you're also watching it if you're watching it, and then we'll watch it together and then I'll talk about something as well. And what I'm going to talk about is being funny. Humor actually, but for starters, let's get the lights on because it's kind of dark in here. Okay, hello. So here we go. I'm playing with my buddy Nathan. I hope he's okay with his name being used because I tried to record this already and I kept accidentally saying his name, so that's gonna be just how it's gonna go. We play a twos casual game. Actually, his name is in the top left of the screen, so it doesn't even matter. Um, yeah, we're gonna play a twos casual game because he said he was pretty bad at the game. It's my first time playing with him. He actually is not. Like, he's not as washed as he says he is, I think. I'm definitely washed too. However, I am a bit better, so it's like I'll be playing down to the level of the game, like not scoring some goals, but that's okay. That's okay. Still a good time. What I want to talk about is humor. Being funny. Not necessarily being funny, just humor in general. I think humor is so sick. Humor is so sick. Like, we just get free happiness as humans. We just get free happiness from like the circumstances of the world. You know, it's like someone slips and falls on a banana and we just laugh at it. And it's just free happiness. Or joy, I should say. Or somebody makes a clever joke. Just like cleverness, like human wit. Just like it's funny and we get happy from it. And we laugh like all the time. Like people have so much culture around laughing. It's awesome. Anyways, so I think humor is really cool. Something interesting that I noticed. Now, I am in university at the moment, but I was in high school not very long ago. And in high school, it's like the status quo of like, imagine you're like in high school, right? And you're with a big group of people that aren't necessarily like your really close friends, which happens quite often. I don't know if it was the same with you guys, but with me, it happened pretty often where it's like I'll be in a big group of people just randomly, like in between classes, not during classes, even during classes sometimes. And the status quo is just making jokes. It's like having a good time. It's like, yeah, that's just the status quo. Like everybody's just trying to make each other laugh, like making jokes. And when you're laughing, it's good. You're having a good time. And then the funniest person or somebody who makes the whole squad laugh, that's like the most aura you could possibly get. Like your status just skyrockets if you manage to do that. And it's a really interesting social interaction that happens really often. I feel like there's almost two modes of social interaction, right? Or like two branches. Like we have like social interactions like here, and then it like splits off. And then we have having a good time, just cracking jokes, and then we have real conversation. That was an insane shot, by the way. I'm getting outplayed by lucky 1318. Anyways, yeah. Real conversation is like when you're actually discussing ideas, discussing like personal experiences. You're being like vulnerable. And this happens all the time in like one-on-one situations. Way more common in one-on-one situations. If you try and do this in a group, it's like really hard because now you're like talking about personal things with hella people. It just doesn't work. Doesn't work very well anyway. But and also vice versa, like having a humor just crack like humorous conversations, just having a good time, cracking jokes with just one person, like one on one, is way harder too. Like I could have a conversation with some of my friends. That's just insane. I could have a conversation with some of my friends for like hours straight, like real conversations. But humor requires like constant attention and like constant creativity, which is really exhausting. It's really hard to do with just one person. Um, but yeah, I think real conversation is definitely how you build real friendships, like talking about personal stuff, you know, talking about what you really value and like deep ideas. That's definitely how you build real friendship. But that's not to diminish humor. I think humor is also really important, and I think you need both of them. Both of them. And what I think is really cool about humor is the lightheartedness of it. Humor can make any situation lighthearted and joyous and takes like the seriousness out of it. And I think that's obviously it's not for some occasions, but I think in most situations, it's like a wonderful effect. It's really cool. Like imagine it's like you're having a do you guys see that? Yeah, my internet just cut out of the game and I scored, but then it didn't score for me, bro. Anyways, oh, crazy clip. Never mind. Um, what was it talking about? Oh yeah, lightheartedness. So I think you need both aspects, like real conversation and humor, for a true, really good situation. It's like with some people, your status quo when you're with them might just be like cracking jokes, being humorous. But then you like have a real conversation with them, or like you talk about something serious for once. What a pass! What a pass from Nathan. Beautiful. 2-2. It's a tied game. We're beating Lucky 13-18. It's incredible. What a pass from you eating two. Yeah. It's like you have someone that you just crack jokes with. Like that's what you do with them. Like when you're with them, you just like be funny. That's your goal. That's just what you do when you're with them. It's very lighthearted, like almost shallow, you know, interactions. But then one day you like talk about something deep with them, and then suddenly you have a real conversation, and now the entire nature of your relationship shifts. It's like, wow, it's like a breakthrough moment. I would argue it's the same for someone that you have a only serious or even like a professional relationship with, and then you crack a joke with them, and in a way that's also vulnerable too. It kind of shows what you find funny, and that like it immediately when you laugh together, immediately lightens the mood lighthearted situation. I had this a lot at university recently because I don't know why. I think just the amount of professional relationships I had there just became a lot more. But yeah, it's like the first time that I cracked a joke with someone, it was like a really big breakthrough moment. So I think you need both aspects. You need both of them. And this is why I think humor is so interesting. Okay, okay, this is coming down to the wire. This is coming down to the wire. 10 seconds left. Oh my God. Are we gonna beat Lucky 13-18? Pass to Nathan. Nathan pass back. Oh my God. 1 second left. Into corner. Oh my God, it's centered. Justin. Ah, this is Rocket League. Pardon that. Anyways, what a cinema game, though. Beautiful. Beautiful. Anyways, I'm not done talking, but the game is over. But hold on. I'm not done. Stay here. Stay with me. Don't leave. Now we're gonna open some drops. Okay, let's take a quick little pause. Quick little pause in the conversation. And now we're gonna open some drops. And it's terrible. You know what? I'm gonna spoil it for you. They're all terrible, so I might as well just keep talking. Um, like I actually get the worst possible rarity from each drop, which I suppose is probable, but like I think it's also improbable because it's like 55%, but 55% that many times, like surely you get one that's anyway. Um, yeah, there's also different kinds of humor. I think humor, people who master humor are just like incredible. You know, it's like they're maestros of the cracking jokes environment, social environment, of the having a good time social environment. They're maestros. There's this one guy in my high school I remember very well. Um, his name, this is not actually his name, but let's just call him Jameis for the time being. It's not actually his name. Jameis really likes Chrome Hearts and making himself laugh. You know, two things. There's just gonna be some free play footage now, where you get to see me miss a bunch of shots. Jameis, yeah, really likes making himself laugh and Chrome Hearts. Um, but yeah, it's like a very interesting type of humor. There's people who are clowns, class clowns, you could say, like people who are jesters, who make jokes for other people all the time, always like people pleasing, you know? And then there's the complete opposite. and then there's people who literally just do what they find funny, and it's like they have the illusion of not caring about what other people think. Or maybe they really don't. Like, but I think that's kind of impossible. I think everybody in some capacity cares about what other people think of them, but some people are just really good at hiding it or having the illusion that they don't have that. And Jameis was one of those people, and it's really interesting because he thrived in that environment, but he only did things that he found funny. And that was a really interesting type of humor, but it's really fascinating to watch people like that because they just are so unpredictable. Yeah, it's really interesting. There's very different many types of humor. There's also people who are like, I would say those people are maestros. Like Jameis is a maestro. There's also people who are on the other side who are jesters, but they're maestros of jester humor. So it's like very interesting. And it's so interesting the things that we actually find funny, right? It's like how w- there's a whole like psychology behind this, I'm sure. It's like what do we actually find to be funny? And I think there was this theory that I came across recently, which was like I think it was called was it called benign something? Benign disillusionment or something. It's like when the world acts in a way that you don't expect it to, basically. It's like when your expectations are subverted in a way such that it's not harmful to you. And that's very important because you could have like a um the local like store burns down and like hundreds of people die. Like that's certainly subverting your expectations of how you think the world should be, but it's also not funny. It's like that's some serious stuff. You shouldn't laugh at that, because it's harmful. Um, but when it's like someone slips on a banana peel and they're fine, but they just slipped on a banana peel and look really stupid, that's funny, especially when it's your friend. It's hilarious. So it's really interesting what we find funny. Yeah. I also think humor in the topic of like the status quo kind of just making jokes, it's really, really beneficial to be a maestro of humor because it's like it helps you with small talk. If you can, small talk is one of those things that's so hard. Like I've been practicing it for forever. It feels like I've been trying to get better at it my whole life, but it's just so hard. Like it's so hard to avoid awkwardness. But people who can make jokes with strangers, that's like impressive. Like wow. The world is their oyster. They can do anything. If you're one of those people, bro, hit me up and teach me, cause like, and I do know a couple of those people. But yeah, main takeaway, I think that was the most cool thought that I've thought of is that you need both humor and real conversation. That's like the two ingredients to true like friendship and connection, you know? Yeah. I do wonder if you can think of any other humor styles, please tell me, because like it's very interesting. All these humor styles. I'm not gonna lie, I know I hit kind of a nice shot later in this clip, so I'm just kind of waiting for it. That's kind of everything I wanted to talk about, though. Did I already hit it? I might have. Okay, that was my first video, and I might do a couple more of these. There's some topics that I do really want to talk about in the future. I have at least like three that I can think of, so I hopefully will make at least three more videos. This one was kind of just spontaneous. But here we go. This is a shot for the road, I suppose, and it's terrible. It's terrible. Can I just score something, please? This is it. This is the moment we've all been waiting for.